Welcome back. This is Trish. Happy New Year. Woo, I know it's been a while since I've been live, but I hope everyone is blessed and everyone is doing well. I just want to get some housekeeping things out of the way first. First, I want to start off to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and helping my channel grow. Thank you for your wonderful comments. And as I said before, if there are some videos or some things you want to know about some of the countries that I've lived or I've traveled, please make sure that you let me know and I will try to do a video on that. I will have a video coming for one of my subscribers about the cost of living and things like that here in Batumi, Georgia. So, first of all, I want to say, you know, I don't know. I've watched a lot of videos lately and I've seen, people commenting, saying things that are not nice, not just in my live feeds, but for other YouTubers as well. And I know we all have our opinions on things, but I'm going to say this. This channel is to share information for other people that are looking to travel abroad. And it's also a testimony of my life and the things that I've done and the things that I've gone through and my travel stories. Okay. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like how I look or what I say. But what I want to say to you is please don't be disrespectful in the comments. Don't be disrespectful towards me or anything about my channel. If you don't like my channel, if you don't like me, or you don't like the way I look, don't watch. Because when you comment and you say derogatory things in the comments, it just shows how ignorant you are. Okay? I like to be in a positive space and I want to remain that way. But I do have to call people out when they're being messy. Okay? So anyone that knows me personally, they know that I'm just a very direct person. And, life is too short. We all should support each other. And I'm happy for the people that support my channel. But if you're going to bring negativity to my channel or you're going to bring negative comments, just don't watch and don't comment. Because like I say again, when you comment and you say things that are not nice, right? Or you say things in general that have nothing to do with what I'm talking about, or you don't like my channel, it just shows how ignorant you are. Okay. So that's the housekeeping things for today. So, I've been away. I've posted some shorts, took a vacation. And so I just want to talk about how this vacation started. Okay. So, I'm living abroad. I've been in Batumi, Georgia for about 3 months, maybe. Yeah, since October. And things are going okay. I can say things are going well. So I met someone, and I've dated, been on a few dates since I've been here. So I met someone, okay? And we just kind of met online and started talking and things like that. Okay, dating is very different abroad than in the US. In the US, I'm really cautious. I'm a very cautionary person anyway. I'm cautious, I vet people and things like that. But for some reason, me and this person, we started getting along really well. And after like a week and a half, they work remotely and things like that. They were like, Trish, I have vacation or I have holiday, as they say in Europe. I have holiday coming up. I know we just met. Would you like to go on vacation with me? And I'm like, I was considering it, right? And I was like, am I crazy to consider going somewhere where I know nothing about this person except for what they told me, right? But I don't know. I'm usually a pretty good judge of character, and hey, I'm like, okay. So, yeah, so I was like, I wanted to think about it or whatever. So I decided, I called like my friends, I talked to my son, and everyone has my locations and all of this, because you have to remember I'm American, so I'm always thinking the worst of everything. I'm like, well, shit, is he gonna kidnap me? Is he gonna try to steal from me? Which I don't have nothing to steal. I don't have no money, so anybody looking, that's, I don't have any money, so I'm thinking, is he gonna try to steal my passport? Is he gonna do any of these things? And I was just like, I don't know, I was panicking, right? But the more that I started talking to, like, some more of my friends and other people, they were like, if you feel comfortable with this person, why not go? Okay. So yeah, Mookie Vela, I think that's your name, 16. Thank you. Thank you. I thought I was going crazy at first. So yeah, so I'm very open. I think living outside the US has Mook. Okay. Thank you for joining in. I think living outside the US has shown me that the world is a different place. I mean, in the US, we're always on edge. We have so much violence and other things. And I love my country. But I can say that living abroad, I feel, I don't know, I just feel happy, and I can walk around and people are nice. People are genuinely nice and things like that. And they make you feel comfortable. Okay. Now, so I was like, okay, I've talked to everyone, and everyone's like, okay, Trish, if you feel comfortable, go ahead and do it. Okay. I do have my wine here, just a little bit. And you know what? I ordered wine. I'm so upset. I don't drink white wine, and this is just not for me. But I bought it. They delivered the wrong wine, so I guess I'll drink it. So back to the story. So yes, so I decided to just, okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, so I work online as well. So I only do my schedule to work like 2 weeks in advance. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna fix my schedule. I'm gonna go. This was 2 weeks, 2 weeks of vacation with a person that I barely knew. Okay. So yeah, because he was like, well, I have vacation for 2 weeks. And I was like, well, maybe we should go for 1 week. He was like, no, let's go for 2 weeks. Okay. So we decided to go. Okay. And he is a very nice person. Okay. Very nice person. He paid for the flights. And we kind of split a little bit of the things. I paid for the hotel, which we went to Anatolia. But he paid for everything else. He paid for the food, he paid for activities, transportation, everything. Like, he was really nice, you know. So, yeah, I so we decided to go to Anatolia for 2 weeks. So here I am on a trip, vacation with someone that I've only known for 2 weeks. And then we spent 2 weeks together. So we're traveling, and I don't know. I never felt uncomfortable at all. He's a very nice person, never felt uncomfortable. And you know what I can say is that I enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoyed the fact that I was getting to know this person. It was almost like a 2 week long date, I can say. Like, it was just a date for 2 weeks, because we were getting to know each other. We were doing activities together. We were going to the beach together. We were eating together. And it was almost like it was kind of rushed. So there was no a lot of texting going on, because even before we decided to go, we were seeing each other like every day, spending time together and things like that. That's what made me feel comfortable. And he was such a gentleman. Like, he was watching out for me, making sure that, no, don't walk in front of the car. I'm not going to walk in front of the car, but he was a gentleman. And let me tell you now, I'm African American. Okay, as you can see, I have chocolate skin, and he's white. Okay, European white. I'm not gonna say what country he's from. He's not from Batumi, Georgia. He's from a different country. And of course, sometimes people stare. I don't know if sometimes they might stare because they see a black person with a white person, or they just see a black person, because I know. that sometimes in some countries they're not used to seeing, chocolate women. Okay. But when people would look and things like that, he always held hands the complete, the whole time. Um, yeah, you're right. You're right, Mook. You're right. So Mook says that they say the best way to get to know someone is to travel with somebody, because when you travel, that's who you really are. You're right, because there was nothing to hide. And men can be messy. Y'all can be messy, So I got to see all of that. But I mean, I would say the experience was overall really good. I mean, I didn't know at first, I was like, well, damn, here I am with someone, I was checking in with my family, checking in with my friends, like, I'm okay, everything's good. But I never felt like he was gonna harm me or anything like that. If anything, he was a gentleman. We were walking, my feet was hurting, he rubbed my feet. I know that's a little more information, but he held my hand. He looked after me while I was there. There was a couple of days I wasn't feeling well. He made sure that, I had everything that I needed, things like that. Now, I will say this. I also got to see the things that I didn't like about him, right? And these things can kind of decide whether this person can just be someone that you can date or someone that you can just be friends with, okay? So I'm not going to tell everything right now because I want to do another live and talk about the end results of dating and what is going to happen or what has happened with me and this person. But what I want to say is, go with your gut. Go with, when you meet someone, if you feel comfortable with that person, but make sure you vet them. You still have to keep your guard up. But it was the best experience I ever had. I was just like, okay, I'm going, and it wasn't that far because I'm in Batumi and I'm in Batumi, Georgia, and we went to Anatolia. So it was two flights. It was a flight from here to Istanbul, Turkey, which is like an hour, maybe hour and a half, and then from Istanbul, Turkey to Anatolia. But we were there for 2 weeks, and I mean, I had a ball. I had a great time. Did we did we argue? Yes. Did did we have some things that we did not agree upon? Yes. But I did learn a lot about this person, because sometimes when you're dating, people like to text. When you look, if you're online dating, you'll see someone says, "Oh, they like to text." I don't mind texting people, but I'm a conversationist, and I feel like sometimes social media takes away from that. Just the internet in general, because when you're texting a person, you really can't see emotion. You don't know really how that person feels. They can say one thing, but the way that someone sounds, the way that they look at you, all of those things, you can tell a lot about what they mean and how they feel, right? So I genuinely got to know him as a person, got to know the good, the bad, the ugly, all of that. But whether or not it did work out or whether or not it does work out, I would say that, just, you live one time, still be cautious, still, let your friends and family know where you are, share your location and things like that. But women, it's okay. It's okay to let your guard down a little bit, because I think I have a little bit of PTSD from being in the US. Like, and it's really sad as an American that I feel that way, because when I'm here, they have fireworks a lot. And the first time that I heard the fireworks, I was jumping because I thought it was gunshots. Okay. So this is really bad. I mean, and I've been traveling, living abroad for about 4 years, but I still have this initial shock when I hear like a loud noise. And I have to get used to that, and I have to get used to trusting people. People are not always out to get you. People are not always out to do you harm. People are not always out to hurt you. And as a black woman, or people are not always like discriminating against you. I had to realize that that because a person stares at me, it doesn't mean that, oh, they don't like me because I'm black. They're just curious, right? They see this chocolate skin and they're like, ooh, you know. So a lot of times people are not used to seeing black people. So, I would say that, it's okay, for all my travelers out there, no matter what color you are, it's okay to date. It's okay to trust your gut, to trust your heart and things like that. And you can see if you go back and look at my shorts that I had a wonderful time. Now, I'm going to do another video on maybe tomorrow on Turkey itself. It's a beautiful place, but it has its pros and cons. The people are delightful. The people are really nice. The weather was great, but there was a few things that I didn't like. So I'm going to talk about that as well. But yeah. So yeah, I took a leap of faith and I went on a vacation with someone that I met online that I had only known for 2 weeks. And we spent another 2 weeks together every day, all day. I did work a little bit while we were on vacation, but I will say he was protective. He made sure that I was okay and he took care of me. And I would say those 2 weeks were like the two of the best weeks of my life, if he's watching. And I would say that I've dated people in the past for months. Um, and I wasn't treated as well. He treated me, and it was almost like we had known each other for a long time. So he treated me like I was his girlfriend, or like I was his woman, So, I don't know. I mean, to each his own, and people might see this as being crazy, but I would tell you it was a good experience. If I never do it again, I could say that I lived and I did it once. So it's okay to go with your gut and stuff like that. Oh yes, you're right, Moot. Those cab drivers are something else. And the thing that I will say is, I only took like a cab once, and that was just to get to the hotel when we first arrived. But for one, they try to charge you an arm, a leg, and a torso. So we didn't do the cabs. They have pretty good public transportation. We did like the tram and the bus. So yeah, even though their currency is like down here and they've had like 75% inflation rate, they're still trying to charge you like an ass load of money just to take you from here to there. So yeah. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to tell you about my quick adventure, and I'm going to be doing a lot of lives. I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I mean, I do long form videos too. I took a few pictures and stuff. Maybe I'll put out one video, but for the most part, oh wow, yeah, they offered me 800 Turkish lira from the airport to Istanbul. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Even the prices there. I'm trying to figure out how people are affording, because some of the stuff I was looking at, I'm like, I'm an American. I'm not rich. I'm not even close to rich, but I do have a few dollars of American dollars, and this some of that shit was expensive. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure how they charge and like all those prices. And I mean, I lived in Argentina. The Argentine peso, it's like $1 American is probably like 1,200 pesos now. When I was there in 2021, I think $1 American was 230 pesos. Now $1 is 1,200 pesos. So I don't know. I don't understand how they're still trying to charge. And even as a tourist, I'm not stupid. You're not getting ready to charge me that much to take me anywhere. Hell, I'll walk, I'll skip, whatever I got to do, but I'm not paying like, a crazy amount of money to go anywhere. And I think some people don't realize that. I know that some people like to go on vacation and they're like, oh, we saved up all year for our vacation. I don't give a damn if I've saved up, $1 billion. I'm not just gonna be passing money out, and you're not gonna like charge me 20 times because You know I'm black, so you know I'm not from there, right? Because it ain't no black people in Istanbul. Yeah, not Istanbul. Well, Anatolia in Turkey, unless they immigrated there. So you know they already looking at me like I am a tourist. So no, you're not gonna charge me 10 times what you charging like a local person, because they think just because you're a tourist or you're American, everybody has money, and that is not the case. Okay, but yeah. So guys, thank you for joining in. And I don't know. I mean, I like doing lives, but like I say, I just been a little busy and trying to just feel myself out and figure out what I'm gonna do. It's been 3 months here. I'll probably be here like another month and a half. And yeah. So let me know what you think in the comments. Would you go on vacation with someone that you've only known for 2 weeks? Not just a vacation. Would you fly to another country with someone that you just met 2 weeks? And I will say this, you know, I think too, I've noticed that people do that more often outside of the US. I mean, in the US, a guy will say, okay, I'm going to take you we can go to a bar, or we can go get coffee or stuff like that. I don't know. I just love dating abroad because a lot of times my dates are simple. I walk on the beach, horseback ride on the beach. I ride, ooh, because, I ride to the top of the mountains, to watch the sunset. Look, I don't ask for much, but this was it right here. I mean, I got taken on a vacation, like to another country. But it's easy to hop around to other countries here too because, it's not that expensive to fly. So, yeah, I mean, your girl was feeling kind of special. I mean, hey, like I tell people, I decided to travel. I decided to leave the country in the US to explore and to have memories that whenever I get old, I can sit on my porch or wherever I'm at and just talk about all the beautiful memories I have. Because at the end of the day, you have money, you have possessions, but think about this. If something was to happen and you lose all of that, what else do you have, right? So I decided to give it all up to work, part time. And yeah, I'm not rich, like I say, but to work part time and actually enjoy life. I have time to do the things that I want to do. So, and I make my own schedule. So yeah. So thank you guys again. This turned into like almost a 30-minute, 25 minutes. But thank you guys again for tuning in. And let me know again, would you date someone that you just met? No, would you go on a date? Would you travel with someone you just met only 2 weeks when you've only known them for 2 weeks? I think my wine is kicking in. But yeah, all right. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Okay, nice comments. Okay, remember what I said at the beginning. I'm gonna say this in every live because I want people to be nice to each other. The world, is in turmoil, right? We have immigration in the US, we have war in Europe, we have, you know, fires and earthquakes and all kinds of things and people losing their lives and stuff. So I really want people to be nice in my comments, okay? So remember what I said. Okay, I don't want to have to cut my comments off, but just be nice to each other. Be nice to me. I'm a good person. Okay. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Bellosity Travel. I will see you guys the next time. Enjoy your Monday.